Thank you for being here. I'm Dawn Forlini. I am the Resource Development Associate at United Way of Charlotte County. I've been with United Way for 3 years. And Angie Matheson, our Executive Director, had a family emergency early this morning. She would have been here. I'm taking over her role, unfortunately. But she is fine. She just had some issue with some of her family members, and so she sends her apologies. So we're here to talk a little bit about our 2021 campaign cabinet. And last year, we had our inaugural campaign cabinet. They were very impactful for our campaign. And we're very excited to go into our second year with our campaign cabinet. We're recording this, so there are several people who had reached out to us that said they could not make it but wanted more information. So we will be sharing this with them as we go on later on today. But first of all, we do have kind of a tight presentation. Last year when we did this session, we did it in an hour, and we figured we thought we could combine it and do it a little bit quicker. And so we're going to do it really streamlined. So I do ask that you mute your microphones, and there will be time at the end for questions. And I'm going to introduce you to our Cabinet Co-Chairs this morning, as well as our Director of Resource Development. So for those of you who don't know, what does United Way of Charlotte County do? What United Ways do is they go into their community and they assess what is the biggest issue, and then they tackle those issues. United Way is all over the world. It's a global organization, as many of you know, and our 3 initiatives are education, financial stability, and health and wellness. Here in Charlotte County, we know that our biggest issue is poverty, and so our mission is to mobilize the power of our community to break the cycle of poverty. And you will hear a little bit more about that. There is a huge population in Charlotte County called Alice, and again, you'll learn about that as you go and what that means in Charlotte County, who Alice really is. There are some excellent blogs on our website if you want to read more, to know more about Alice. So in addition to funding some of our wonderful partner agencies and nonprofit agencies, we have some stellar programs that are assisting with Alice and breaking that cycle of poverty. And I think the one that we're most proud of are our community collaborations. We have 3 community collaborations this year, and for those of you who have been on our community impact panels, you may be familiar with some of them, because you're the ones that actually get to decide how much funding they get and if they should be funded, and make sure that they are really making a deep impact on breaking that cycle of poverty here in Charlotte County. The first one that we have is ending youth and chronic homelessness. There are actually 4 agencies that are coming together and sharing their resources, sharing their data, and their mentors and caseworkers to end homelessness for those for youth and chronic, those who are chronic. Our next one is Kids Thrive. And there are 5 agencies this year that are working together, again, combining all of their resources and making sure that by the time, this program works with children 0 to 5 years of age, making sure that they not only are prepared and ready for kindergarten, but that they will thrive once they get to school. And then our last one is Charlotte County Reads. And I think there's 4 agencies working together, and they are making sure that our kids are reading at grade level. In addition, this is like the 4th year that Charlotte County Reads has actually been a community collaborative. And it's changed a little bit since when they started 4 years ago. 4 years ago, it was just making sure that kids could read. And now they have found that there are so many other stressors that happen to our children that prevent them. If there's stress going on in the home, if there's poverty, if there's bad nutrition, all of those factors can make a difference in a child's life. And so they're addressing so much more in a child's life than just reading, than just literacy. So that's in brief about our community collaborations. There's so much more to say about them because this is really doing deep work, bringing multiple agencies together, joining hands, and doing some great work here in Charlotte County. Some of the other programs are Season of Sharing. Season of Sharing is where we help those that are struggling, and it's been a huge, huge thing, as you can imagine, with COVID. We help them with their rent, their utility bill, or their mortgage. It's not a continual handout. It's a one-time need within 12 months. And usually in the past, if things are normal, it's enough to help people get back on their feet. And as you know, it's not normal right now. We have so many people asking for help right now. People call and they will say, I've never needed help before. I've always worked. I've never needed anything. I've never needed to ask, but now I need help. And so those are the people that we're serving right now through our Season of Sharing grants. VITA is our Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, and it is free tax preparation. Unfortunately, it was cut short this year. We stopped it in March, but we plan to, well, it's been going on for 6 years. There are some qualifications, your income, but it's run entirely by volunteers. We had 40 to 50 volunteers that actually are IRS certified and trained to prepare taxes for those who need help the most. And what I love about this program is for people who otherwise would have to pay a CPA to do their taxes, this is money that they are able to provide food with or put gas in their car with. They're not going out and frivolously spending these dollars. This is money that they survive with. So we're helping them save those dollars by providing their taxes for free. The Suncoast Campaign for Grade Level Reading is a national organization, and we're very proud to be the lead agency in Charlotte County for this. And again, it's making sure that our kids are reading at grade level. There are several different activities that we do throughout the year, and if we are up to doing these activities again, you will certainly be invited, and many of you have already contributed to kindergarten readiness bags, making sure that every kindergartner has a bag full of tools that they need to be productive by the time they get to kindergarten. And our teachers have actually noticed. We've been doing the kindergarten readiness bags for 3 years, and they said that they can tell when the kids receive these bags, they're a little bit more prepared to enter kindergarten than when they did not have these bags. There's attendance awareness and some other really vital things that are good tools for our kids for school. So that's a little bit about our programs. We do have an affinity group called Women United, and they are very active. Anytime we have a project or an activity, our group of Women United volunteers are always there to jump right in and make sure that they can assist our community in whatever they need. So at this point, I am going to, we're very grateful that Katie Wallace and Ceres Austria have accepted the appointment. Angie asked them if they would step up to be chairs. Both of them were on the inaugural campaign cabinet last year. They are very passionate. They're both great leaders, and they have some great ideas on ensuring a successful campaign this year. So I'm going to turn this over to Katie Wallace.
Thank you, Dawn. Good morning, everybody. On behalf of the board, I would like to thank you for coming to this morning's informational session, and I hope that you commit to being a part of our 2020-2021 campaign cabinet. We need leaders like you to mobilize the power of our community to break the cycle of poverty. I wanted to take some time this morning to give you a brief overview of ALICE. More in-depth information on ALICE, as Dawn said, can be found on the United Way of Charlotte County website. But for those of you who don't know, ALICE is an acronym, and it stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. These are individuals in our community who are working, sometimes 2 to 3 jobs, but they still don't earn enough money to afford their basic household needs. These needs are housing, childcare, transportation, food, and healthcare. In Charlotte County, prior to COVID, 30% of households fall into the category of ALICE. That 30% amounts to roughly 30,000 households in Charlotte County. Another 10% of Charlotte County households live at the federal poverty level. So if you take those two together, 40% of Charlotte County is struggling to meet their basic needs. While 40% may seem like a daunting number, we have hope and encouragement. The same study in a prior year indicated that 49% of Charlotte County households were struggling. So the United Way of Charlotte County is making a difference through their collaborations and partnerships. The work of the United Way, funded by campaign dollars, is moving the needle in our community, but the work must continue. I joined the campaign cabinet last year and made my own personal financial commitment to the United Way because I've seen ALICE in our community, and I understand the impact that the programs and collaborations supported by the United Way have on our ALICE community. I'm going to give you 2 examples of, and this is very small examples of my why I participate in the United Way, why I've participated in the campaign cabinet. One of those centers around the Suncoast campaign for grade level reading that Dawn talked about earlier. One of the activities they do twice a year usually is an event called Pop-Up Laundry. At that event, it happens at a local laundromat. It's a surprise. The Campaign for Grade Level Reading provides funds for members of the community to do their laundry while getting information about agencies and services that are available within our community. These agencies that also participate are the Charlotte County Library, the Boys and Girls Club of Charlotte County, and the Charlotte County Health Department. As part of the program, they have a reading nook where celebrities, local celebrities, and community members are able to read to and with the kids while their parents are doing their laundry. They also provide food at this event. As a volunteer at the event, you really get a chance to interact with the members of our community. And most of the people I've met at the Pop-Up Laundry event are single parents who live in multi-generational households and are still, although working, struggling to meet their regular household needs. Providing free laundry services for those for even a few hours makes a huge difference in their monthly budgets. I've had parents tell me that they've been able to buy more groceries because they've saved money on their laundry. Their children have received books, and I've watched them sit in the laundromat and read books with their kids, and they get to take those home and they get to further connect with their children and further their reading skills and their connections. Second example, just this year I participated as a tax preparer in the VITA program, which is funded and managed by United Way campaign dollars. One of those days was a special event day held at the Boys and Girls Club. And I was surprised when I was actually preparing one woman's taxes to learn that she had four part-time jobs, and she was still struggling to meet her basic needs. The VITA program completed her tax return for free and saved her hundreds of dollars that she would have spent to have her taxes prepared by a local CPA. She expressed her gratitude for her services, and she explained to me that the money she saved would help pay for childcare and school clothes. The mission of the United Way is to mobilize the community to break the cycle of poverty. This is evident in every program that is managed and supported by the United Way. Each of these programs seeks to have a multi-generational effect on poverty in our community. And with continued campaign dollars, the United Way can continue to make a difference in our community. I could go on and on about other interactions that I've had with Alice through my practice as a lawyer, in serving families in Charlotte County and practicing family law, and in being a prior prosecutor and criminal defense attorney in Charlotte County. But more information about Alice and the collaborative programs can be found at the United Way's website. At this point, it is my honor to hand it over to my co-chair and partner in fundraising, Ceres, to talk with you about what the campaign cabinet actually is. All right?
Well, thank you, Katie. I appreciate the very wonderful introduction there. Hi, all. I'm Ceres Austria. I work at Charlotte County. And first of all, I want to thank you all for joining us today to learn more about United Way's campaign cabinet. So I'm going straight to the meat of the two obvious questions you all may have. One is, what is campaign cabinet? And two, what is required of me? First, what is campaign cabinet? Well, United Way defines it as a group dedicated community leaders that devote their time and talent to building relationships with local companies and individuals and encouraging them to lead the way and give back through United Way of Charlotte County campaign. In other words, our effort is at the core of the entire campaign's strategic movement to improve United Way's ability to offer real critical programs that you've heard about to our community this coming year. So you see, as a cabinet member, your charge is extremely important, especially in light of COVID-19, which doesn't seem to end. What is required of me and what is my role and responsibilities? Well, as a committed member, your commission period will be from September to March. That's the time span. You will also be appointed to a sector specific to your area of expertise and talent. And then from there, as a group, your sector will determine sector leads, a chair and co-chair. And then your efforts and responsibilities will be focused on basically 7 areas. One, to achieve your sector campaign goal as you created, confirmed by sector leads, and thereafter approved by the Board of Directors of United Way. 2, increase awareness of what United Way and its partner agencies do in our community. The third is to create opportunities for individuals and businesses to engage and donate to United Way. And fourth is very important because you have to set an example, is to make a financial contribution yourself, like we all do. 5, devise, execute, and conclude a quick campaign from outreach to collection of the donations. I understand that quick campaigns are the most successful ones. 6, present a rewarding giving experience for donors through transparency and collection and thoughtful requests for the collections. Tricia will touch base with you a little bit later about what the support that United Way staff can provide. And 7, as liaison, you will extend United Way's appreciation and thanks to the donors. Now, also, there's the sector leads chosen by the sector members have certain added tasks. The sector chair will serve for 1 year, and the co-chair will serve for 2 terms. The first year as assistant to the sector lead, and the second year as chair. They will also secure consensus for group goal and present the same for United Way Board of Directors approval. They will establish a timeline for all sector activities and efforts, and they will keep co-chairs, Katie and I, and me, and the sector members informed of the progress. And lastly, they will also have to assist United Way staff with the planning and hosting of the United Way kickoff towards the end of the year. Now, appointment to the campaign cabinet membership requires completion of a commitment form, which Katie will be sending out to you after this session. I'm pleased to say that the Board of Directors of United Way have extended to appointed committed cabinet members an invitation to their to a segment of their virtual board retreat coming up August 21st. That's really exciting because it's a great opportunity for development. So I am truly hoping that we can all be participating in that, and we will be seeing you there too. I know that there's a lot more details, and I'm sure Tricia will hopefully will touch on those things that I may have missed. And there'll be, of course, a question and answer session at the end. Another thing that I've been asked to share with you guys is the why, like Katie did, why I'm here with you in this effort. Well, what I like to do is I like to go back to Alice. Asset limited, income constrained, employed, Alice. That's where my why lies in. I guess each of us may have at a point of our lives have been or have known an Alice. I too have known one. I came to know Alice from when she was only 2 years old. She came from a very poor family, but they were a giving and really hardworking family. Growing up, her family often had limited provisions. I remember how she wore donated summer dresses in the cold winters because that's all she had. That's all they had. I never know how she managed that. She used to hate school recess because she had to stand outside in the cold. And so instead of playing, she would stand on the heating vents, you know, those heating vents that escapes out of the building, just so that she can stay warm. And the other kids always laughed and made fun of her because they just didn't know any better. Kids are kids. Her education was limited. It ended at high school because her parents just did not have the means beyond that. So she grew up over the years. She worked and she later married, but life continued to be really harsh for her. But she didn't really balk because life was always hard. So it wasn't anything new. At one of those many low points in her life, she collected aluminum cans so she can buy newspapers to look for a job. At that time, she managed to get by with, I guess at that time, this was many years ago, she would live on 99-cent loaf of bread and Popeyes because they were 3 for $1. When she became a mother, there were times that she had family that drive like 35 miles to where she was to bring her groceries because she had no money and she had no transportation. She was in a very, very cruel marriage. And when she finally escaped from that, she became homeless and once again relied on the kindness of family, her friends, and organizations like United Way to get from one day to another. It's been a lifetime of, I would say, perseverance for her, but she was blessed with compassion, continued compassion from others, and she was committed to refuse to give in to what seemed futile at the time. Over time, her life turned around as she built on small, tiny victories along the way. She's no superhero, just a regular person, but she was humbled. She was humbled enough, and she was determined not to disappoint those who helped her along the way. So that explains to you what we're doing, how we impact those that go through the life of Alice. Today, she's here amongst you, trying to impress upon you how important this work is. I speak of her in the third person, not because I'm ashamed of her, but because she was so much stronger. And what remains of her are the battle scars that I think I'm most proud of. And I derive so much motivation from that. As for the why, perhaps it's because I've succeeded enough to be able to now be on the giving end. I'm now able to give to her, Alice. What I'm hoping to convey is that there are no guarantees in life. We all know that. We can become Alice at any time. We have the ability to shape who we become. We all have the ability to impact what the Alice of today can become tomorrow. And you being here tells me that you're already passionate about lifting our community up. And it gives me hope that perhaps you're willing to lend your expertise and time to do so. So I truly hope that you will commit to being a part of this effort, if nothing else, I guess for Alice's sake. So thank you, and I'm proud. I'm very proud to be here and share that story with you. I'm now going to hand things off to Tricia, who will enlighten us on a whole lot of information on how we can pull all this together. Tricia?
Yes, thank you so much, Ceres and Katie, for sharing that. I'm not sure I can follow that. I'm the new Director of Resource Development at United Way. Very happy to be here. I just want to share with everyone that the staff is here to support everyone. Katie, Ceres, the cabinet as a whole. We will be here to support you in whatever way we can. That would be myself, Dawn, Angie. We are here to attend meetings with you, calls with you, have coffee, however that might play out. I understand Starbucks outdoor area is available, so we will make it work. We'll get creative to meet with potential donors with you. We'll create sample letters, emails, so you have those templates to send out to corporations, businesses, individuals that you want to meet with, that you want to possibly get a donation from. We want to have all those resources available for you to make this as not easy, but as a rewarding experience for you as possible and for United Way as possible. So to make that just, I guess, as easy flow as a process as possible. So we are here to assist you in whatever way we can. Just want to also throw in that to keep in mind that Dawn is now part-time with my position here. So if you do contact Dawn and don't get an email back right away, just keep in mind that that's the only reason why, is because she's not in the office or working every day. So If you do need something right away, I might be the best person to contact, but we are both here and ready to assist, as is Angie. Some next steps. Ceres already mentioned it, but you will be receiving an exclusive invitation to attend a section of the board retreat, which is happening on August 21st. It is happening via Zoom now. The time will be announced, so just watch your email for details. And we are also working on an additional training if we all feel that it's necessary for August 27th. So you'll also receive some more information on that. Because again, we just want to make sure that everyone feels that they are ready to hit the ground running, have all the resources that you need, and feel as prepared as possible to be a part of the United Way of Charlotte County's campaign cabinet, and that we can all make this the best campaign and campaign cabinet year possible. So now I think, unless Dawn, if I missed anything, if anyone has any questions, we'll be happy to answer those.
Yeah, I think you all did a great job of explaining everything. This is Joanne Tompkins, and I'm looking forward to further information.
Okay, great. Anyone else? All right, well, I think we did pretty well staying on our time schedule. So like I said, you'll receive the exclusive invitation to a section of the board retreat. You'll have some more information there. You'll also receive a follow-up email from Katie with the commitment form, which outlines what exactly we're hoping to have everyone commit to for the campaign cabinet, and we'll move forward from there. Thank you all for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.